Welcome back. This is Akinar with more Expedition 33. This is episode 28. And last time, oh my god. If you didn't get to catch last episode, my head is still spinning because we finished Act 2 and we got the big Act 3 reveal. What a twist. As it turns out, the Gamage was not the Paintress. It was not her doing. It was, in fact, Renoir. And if Renoir had his way, the Gamage would have happened all at once, because the Paintress was actually the one trying to stop him the whole time. She was trying to hold him back, and the number that she was painting on the monolith, which is no longer there, that was a warning. A warning that she could not hold him back forever. And so the expeditions were actually also Renoir's idea. His attempt to stop Aline, the Paintress, and bring her out of Verso's canvas. We now know that this... ran into the wall there, apparently. But ran into a rock. Verso, I'm sorry, as I'm trying to talk about well, not your directly, Verso's canvas, but this is not actually Verso. This is only a copy. There's so much to talk about. There is so much to digest and reflect on. And I want to do that, but why don't we go ahead and get started here, because we have a whole group to continue talking about all of those things with. So I think that's a good way for us to get our show started here. Let's also bring in a new track. I think we've done everything up until Alicia's birthday party, and of course now the biggest reveal of them all. Alicia is in fact Mael. That one. We were sort of, the great thing about last episode is that we kind of had some ideas about what was happening. We had some speculations and some good guesses in some cases, and then in other cases there was no way that we could have seen things coming the way they did. I think we've done Alicia's birthday party. Why don't we start at Robe de Jour? I think that's the next one that we have here. Let's see how this one sounds. We want to get a new music track for our camp. And we'll see how that sounds as we... who are we going to talk to first here? Who are we going to talk to? Maybe we should just see, because the other big change, of course, there's no more curator. There is no more curator here, because the curator is Renoir. It was Renoir, the actual Renoir, the entire time. And all of these creations, the Verso copy, the Renoir copy, the Alicia copy, they were created by the Paintress. So now our level up of our weapons and expedition resources, our Lumina points, are done through the flag. And oh, there's another thing here that I hadn't seen yet. There are challenges. This must be part of the DLC content. Make your life harder by activating challenge options. Oh, you can actually re-enable the maximum damage. We have this, we now have a Lumina that's going to let us go past the damage cap of 9999. But we can re-enable that if we want to. Although we can pick. We can actually pick, oh my god. So you can either have disable, or you can go to 100,000, or you can go to 1,000,000. How much damage are we going to be doing? Wow, have we been really held back this much this whole time? I'm so curious to see what lightning dance, strike storm, these abilities that maybe do a crap ton of damage. There's also an enemy life multiplier. You can give enemies double the life, okay, or 5 times the life. Oh, or 10 times, or 20 times. What? 50 times? 100. It goes all the way up to 100 times life. Oh. And here I was thinking that the way we were going to challenge ourselves was by not leveling up a few times. We could make things so much harder if we want to. Huh. I will think about that. I will think about that. I don't know if we're going to be using any of those, but I do like a challenge. We shall see. Okay, why don't we just start here with... Let's start with Esquie. Because another thing we learned is it makes so much sense now that a character like Esquie was created by Verso. it just, this revelation that this entire place, this canvas, is Verso's as a kid, right? He created all this as a child, I think. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But one way or the other, it's his inspiration as to why Esquie is such a big old goofball.
Oh, everyone's mad at you.
Are they?
Are you?
Everyone's mad at you because he didn't tell the Verso copy did not. We're just going to call him Verso because he's our Verso. But he didn't tell everybody what he really knew. He kind of knew what was going on this whole time, but he kind of maintained the veneer.
Esquie can be sad, or bad, or even rad, but never, ever mad.
Never ever.
Bad things happen when we get mad.
Oh, I know.
But I can never be mad at you.
Never, ever, ever. Esquie, the best. Verso's Besquier.
Esquie can be sad. Bad things.
It's funny now, because now the expedition patch that he has taken on such a new meaning. Because I don't exactly know what our mission is yet, or our new main objective. We'll get to that. But I believe it's going to involve gathering up chroma. Chroma is the way, perhaps, that we bring all our friends back to life, or recreate life in some way after it's been mostly destroyed. But we were able to bring Lune and Ciel back, which is very convenient for the purposes of our gameplay. I'm so glad you're back, Lune.
Lune.
I was right not to trust you.
Oh, but she's mad. Okay, she's... this is what Esquie is talking about.
And what would you have done in my position?
I wouldn't have betrayed my expedition. I would have warned them that everyone they cared about was about to be erased. That they were about to be erased. I would have told them the truth. Because after everything we've been through, we deserved that.
I mean, she's not completely wrong.
So you choose your expedition over your mother?
But also, you got to see things from Verso's perspective.
That's your problem. You think in false dichotomies. It wasn't an either-or situation. Other solutions were possible if you'd only trusted us enough to ask.
Knowing what you know now, would you have helped me force my mother out of the canvas? I don't apologize for saving her. But I am sorry I broke your trust. And I will do everything I can to help bring everyone back.
I guess we'll see.
It's totally understandable from both perspectives, isn't it? You can totally see Lune's anger at the whole situation, but you also know that Verso was doing this because he thought it was best for his mom. Because this is the other thing we learned, is apparently the painters being inside of the canvas is something that they can only do. They can't do it indefinitely. It eventually kills them, or at very least makes them very, very sick.
I guess we'll see.
We shall see. So Verso was at some point, right? At some point he had this break with, like, he was a creation of the paintress, but somehow he came around to seeing that, you know, this is not the way. This is not the way to do things. If we're gonna actually save her, because, you know, at root instinct, I guess he has Aline's best interest in mind, since he's one of her creations. Even though she, from her direction, she would not want him to do what he did, but he, like, rose above his direction that he was given by the paintress, and it, like, took his own prerogative in order to do what he thought was best. It is really fascinating when you start thinking about the motivations there.
Save it.
Not even, we're just completely not even getting off the ground here.
I don't need your mea culpa. You did what you felt you had to. Of course, you were wrong. But, oh well.
I thought you'd be more upset.
Something tells me she is.
I was. I got over it.
Got over it, huh?
Everything I knew about our world is wrong. And you know what? I don't care. 'Cause death isn't death anymore. And that means I can see my husband again.
CL.
Oh, please. I'd sacrifice you in a heartbeat to get him back. So, I understand. We're good.
Thank you.
As long as you help me bring Pierre back, you owe me.
You got it.
I definitely sense some friction there. Like, I don't know if the hatchet is completely buried. Like, I guess CL has been doing some processing, but there was really a tone there. There was, I don't know if spiteful is the right word. There's more going on there. There is more going on there. And, but she is under the impression that our goal is to bring her husband back. Although I thought that at the end of the episode, we you know, Mael was able to use the chroma. I'm still trying to sort out the whole chroma situation because I thought I was starting to pick up on the fact that there's different color petals, but I'm not sure yet if that indicates that somebody did the painting in particular. I thought that maybe the red-white petals indicated that Verso did the painting originally. And then maybe red petals was Renoir's creations, white petals or gray petals were Aline's creations, and because of that combination, that's why Verso has red and white. But I'm not sure if I have that correct. I think at some point we're gonna be doing some cutscene review eventually. I haven't got around to doing that yet, but within the next episode or two, I want to do a lore review or cutscene review and see if we can figure some of those details out. But in any case, I wasn't sure if we were bringing back the people who had died or if we were creating new life altogether, because there was some dialogue suggesting that the chroma that's out there in all these expedition members who haven't like disintegrated or gommaged, that chroma is going to be tainted in some way, right? Because they've been dead for so long. And it wasn't clear to me that we would just be able to recreate like Gustav and his sister and CL's husband, but she seems to think we can bring him back, at least her husband. So we'll see.
Not to say I told you so, but I do believe that I did, in fact, tell you so.
That everybody was going to be angry at him for not fessing up earlier?
Thanks for the support.
Was it worth it? What will you do now?
I'll do my best to earn their trust back.
Quite a steep hill to climb.
But climb it he shall.
Not to say I told you so.
Climb it he shall. It is definitely a little weird not seeing the curator here now. Where was Mael? I mean, she must have been back around this way. She must have been back over here. Mael / Alicia. Let's quickly talk to Sastro. I don't suppose I would think maybe he would have some reaction to all of this. No. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, he only cares about the Jestrels. Bring back my Jestrels. Let's talk to Mael then.
We have to push Papa out of the canvas before he erases everything.
I'm surprised he hasn't already.
He's been weakened by his battle with Maman. That's probably why he hasn't come after us. But it won't stop him for long.
If you and your father keep fighting, you risk breaking the world again. Another fracture, but this time, It might be you trapped inside the monolith.
Oh. I hadn't thought about that part yet. The fracture. Because in my digesting the events of last time, I had thought to myself, okay, well, the fracture, that must have just been that the way that the world was painted by Verso. It's just part of this fantasy land that we accept with Gestrels and Grandis and Esquie and all this stuff. The fracture is just built into it. But no, the fracture seems to actually be a result of Renoir and Aline fighting each other. That does make a lot more sense. I also had wondered why Renoir had not pursued Verso and Mael at the end of last time. I thought, why doesn't he just go after him? Why is he just letting him fly off with all these big-ass Nevrons he just summoned? I guess he's not quite that powerful. He's got to recuperate. He also learned the painting skill. The ability to paint is something he learned from Aline, so he's supposedly not quite as skilled as her. But also she's in a weakened state, and she's not here right now, right? They did actually get her out of the canvas. And the canvas has been hidden. Is she gonna find it? Will she find it while we're making our way through the rest of the game here?
What's the alternative?
So many questions. So many questions.
Maybe you should go home.
Verso.
You're fighting each other, but you're all doing the same thing.
So he's trying to warn her not to engage in what she's doing because it's just going to tear the world apart even more. But then don't you need to stop Renoir because he's just going to destroy the world altogether anyways?
No.
Eileen wants her son back. Renoir wants you and Eileen back. You want Gustave back. The cycle we needed to break wasn't the gommage. It's your family's cycle of grief.
Oh. That's an interesting way of looking at
The
it.
whole world carries the burden of your family's grief.
Wow. Mael has no response. You guys need to go to therapy. That's basically what Verso just said. You all need some either one-on-one or group therapy, one or the other. We did no relationship building. So that was, everybody's too mad at us right now. There's no relationship building to be done at the moment. But we can check up on the others. Create the greatest expedition in history. We'll get to that. I want to see what the current objective actually does show. Return to Lumiere and defeat Renoir. Okay, but we're not doing that right away, are we? We got other things to do before that. Correct? Let's check up on the others.
Nice hair.
Oh, yeah. That.
I can't believe there's another world out there. A world I'll never get to see.
I'm sorry. I didn't. My memories. I would have told you if I'd known.
And that's what we saw in that the cutscene that we were analyzing at the beginning of last episode. We were seeing some of Mael's memories starting to come back, I think. They've been coming back throughout. I have a feeling that this has been the ongoing nightmare that she's been experiencing as we've been progressing. And it's just slowly some of those memories starting to bleed back in. And also the other thing that I realized, thinking back, I so want to watch the cutscene again where Alicia, or at least Aline's created version of Alicia with the mask, she does her whole monologue there while Mael is sleeping about those who know not that they are not. As in Lune and Ciel and Gustave and all of the people inside of the painting. Those who know not that they are not. It makes sense now.
Don't apologize. You were trapped too. You lived among us. You're one of us. Even if you're also one of them.
It's so weird. I have memories of 2 childhoods, 2 homes, to Lumiere.
I am also still trying to figure out exactly how, because when Clea, when Mael, when Alicia / Mael came back into the painting and then she gets recreated as Mael, born as Mael, that sequence there where she's like trying to hold it together, but she gets overtaken by Aline's chroma. And Clea says, congrats, you're about to be reborn as one of Aline's creations. So that's the thing that is, I guess we have maybe a world like Esquie and many of the other characters from Lumiere were originally created by Verso, but anybody who's new, any new children that are born into the world would have to be painted by Aline because Verso's gone in real life. I guess that maybe I just figured out exactly what my question was, which was, why is not everybody in Lumiere one of the paintress's creations? And I think the answer is that Verso created a lot of them originally, but now he's no longer around to create new ones, so somebody had to create Mael when she was born, and that would be Aline. This is so unbelievable to now. I can see why people would want to play this game again. I was already kind of wanting to play it again for a second time, just because the game's really fun. But now it's like rewatching a movie. I mean, I hope it's not. I hope it's. Spoiler alert for The Matrix. I have to think, like, there's probably some people out there who haven't seen The Matrix, but it's such a widely culturally informative movie that I just sort of take it for granted that everybody's seen it. But that movie is, like, I think the first one that I can remember being so interested in watching a second time, because of just now you see all these things, all these little details that were there the whole time if you knew. If you had only known what was going to happen. And now I want to do that with Expedition 33. I so want to go back and savor all the little details of, oh, I see what they were doing. I see how they were setting this up.
You're not an orphan anymore. You just found your family. Don't you want to be with them?
I love my family, but they're all gone. In one way or another. And you're my family too. So are Gustav and Emma. And I didn't see it at the time, but all the families who took turns taking care of me.
Maya.
This is a lot to take in.
No kidding.
Yeah. But for the first time in a long time, I have hope.
There was something else I was going to add. Oh yeah, I was going to say that Mael, she's lived apparently for 16 years in here, right? And that's the other thing that's kind of crazy to digest, just the long ass amount of time, like that you would be inside of the canvas. Like we saw the scene of Renoir standing there next to Aline, seated next to the canvas with their eyes doing the painting thing, I guess. I was just thinking logistically to myself, like, how could Renoir's body actually stand up that long? Like, why would it not collapse from fatigue? Just his muscles having to hold up his body for that long. I don't think that would be possible for him to stay in there for like longer than a day, let alone years. But of course, we're some of those little details you have to suspend some disbelief, which is fine. But we want to do some journal writing here as well. Even though I mean, we know the Gustav's apprentices are gone. But did the book as well disappear? Apparently not. We still have Gustav's journal. Wouldn't the journal also gommage? This is another thing I was thinking. Like, if we gommaged all the people, why wouldn't Lumiere itself also gommage? Isn't it also part of the painting? I probably shouldn't ask these questions. Just go with it. Mael finds a spot where she can write. She spends some time writing Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She writes about everything, the painters, Aline, Renoir. So no matter what happens, the truth will be written somewhere. She is sure that when she brings the apprentices back, they will want to read this story. Yeah, okay, this is the mission. And if the mission is to bring the apprentices back, isn't the mission also to bring Gustav back? Yo. Mael heads back. Okay, okay. Before we go back out onto the continent, let's do just a little bit of fashion. A little bit of fashion souls here. And I love these pure outfits. We will return to these. But I also feel like now that we're, you know, we're no longer going to beat up on the Paintress. Our original expedition is no longer in effect. We are starting a new expedition. But I feel like having a bit of a non-expedition outfit day. Something where each of the party members is wearing something a little more... Like, I haven't been a fan of these more casual... I don't want to go soccer patat. That's not casual. That's just... What do you even say about soccer patat outfits? But I just want a casual day here as we kind of regroup and take in the new reality that is upon us. What hairstyle do we want to go for with CL? You know, the plunging bob for her is actually not bad. Actually, I like that. I'm mostly I don't like the shorter hair, but that one I kind of like. We're gonna leave Renoir's suit though. It may not be casual, but it's not an expedition suit, and it looks just so schwanky. I want it. Mael, we're gonna go with her, the real Mael outfit for now. I like it as well. Minoko, we still don't have too many options for Minoko. He looks so badass the way he is. Why would I change anything? Why would I change anything at all? Let's see. So who did I give the... Who did I give... So Mael still has second chance. I think I gave painted power to Verso. But I think I want him to actually keep his confidence set up. Let's sort these by alphabetical. I actually want him to keep confident. And then we'll give the... I just threw that in there because I wasn't sure if we were going to have a battle right off... If right away against Renoir or something in Lumiere last time. I just wanted to make sure. Let's level this new Pictos ASAP. Who's going to be in our party, though? Who's going to be in the party? I think Mael Verso Lune... Mael Verso Lune... Could be a shout. Could be a shout. I just want to see. I'm so curious. We have to... Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to give it to Lune. Because she... Yeah, it makes total sense for Lune to level this. Let's switch out probably Energizing Parry. And put that in its place. Because... Oh yeah, that's a huge health upgrade as well. So she gets a crap ton of health. And we also get to test out Lightning Dance. And see just how that feels when it's not limited by a damage cap. So what I'll do is we'll sit Verso on the side for now. We'll have Minoko, Mael, and Lune. And then I think their speed is such that Mael's going to go second. Yeah. Mael goes second. She uses guard down. And that's how we go. That's how we roll. I'm not going to do any other leveling or skills or anything like that right now. Let's just get back to the continent. And there's got to be some additional cutscene and other story-related stuff. So let's see what we get here. And also, shouldn't we have a new Esquie ability? Back to the Spring Meadows, huh? And the Chroma collection begins. Flying Waters. We're just going through this through a cutscene, huh? We're just backtracking via cutscene. All right. Dang, I never saw that guy skewered up on the lamppost like that. Shit. Back in Serene. And the Dark Shores even. Where the expedition landed. Has her hair changed, or she's just kind of dirty from gathering chroma and stuff? Because her hair looks much darker all of a sudden. But they're all kind of covered in dirt and stuff. Or maybe chroma. There's a big wind up here. What are we looking at? Oh, I see. Ah, there's what I was waiting to see. The reanimated expedition members. And it is kind of like what they said. They're not really, you know, Gustav or any of the other people that we know. They just look like reanimated corpses, more or less. There it is. Esquie ability to fly has been unlocked. Yo! That Verso throwing the stone in the middle of the fight. Hey, look what I found! Whack! Head back to Lumiere and expel Renoir from the canvas. Final objective. Wow. So we could just do that, huh? Are we here on the Dark Shores? Well, we're right by the Dark Shores.
Once we're ready, we can head to Lumiere.
There you have it. Okay, I didn't know exactly how they were going to do this, but we've collected the chroma already. We've gone ahead and it's been done. I thought that was going to be something that we were going to have to go and backtrack each of these zones, but they've saved us that work, apparently. All right, Esquie takeoff. Let's go.
Flashing through the sky.
Esquie. I see we change elevation by these. There we go. Okay, RB and LB. And then we get to land. There it is. The power of flight has been unlocked. So that means, of course, that we have the opportunity now to fight against this big old dragon out here, right? Obviously, we can get to this. Oh, there are... Is this some sort of, like, fancy Flying Waters casino? Gotta get used to the elevation change here. It is Flying Casino. It says Game Club there. A Flying Casino? This whale's not going to attack us, is it? Hi there. Hi, friend. Which we can fly directly through. Colorful flying whale by the casino. It's so cool, though, because, like, these things that previously I would have been like, this stuff is so over the top. Like, Esquie is such a goofball, and Francois, and, like, the gestrels, everybody just takes the gestrels for granted. Like, none of this makes any sense if you're trying to, like, if you're, you know, it's a fantasy world, of course it can make sense, but it makes so much more sense when it's the creation of Verso as a kid. It makes so much sense now. That is a fight. It is a fight. I wasn't sure at first. Serpent Fair absorbs all APs. No. Oh my god. And then it attacks 4 times. And it one-shot us. Oh my god. And then a gradient attack at the end. Good lord. I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen. Gains shields and increases its speed. Lovely. Swipes with its tail. That was a jump attack. That was a jump attack. Oh yeah, Mile gets resurrected. And absorbs all APs again, but you already did that the first time, so no big deal. Oh. I wasn't expecting that. There's supposed to be a longer wind up there. Okay, well, we're not doing this fight. Not for a while. Nope. Nope. You just know when you are outmatched. And when you start to see stuff like our damage, we could set a challenge mode at the flag.
Once we're ready, we can head to Lumiere.
We can set the game into this challenge mode that allows us to
Here I come.
cap our damage at 1,000,000? I've been working on a damage cap of 10k. Like, what are you talking about? 1,000,000? How much more powerful are our characters going to get? Oh my gosh, there's going to be so much now to explore. There's going to be so much to explore here. Because now we can fly and we can go down and we can get this item here. Can I just get it without landing?
Good
I can.
stuff.
Okay. Do I imagine that at some point, maybe I have to be on the ground to aggro this set of enemies. But I'm also imagining that they're going to be a bit tougher. And I don't necessarily want to engage with them right this moment. Although there is a Nevron like we got to collect at some point from the big, what were they called? The dudes with the hands for faces. The hands on their face. We can fly, guys. We can fly. We can go anywhere we want. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have been staying on the main course for a long time now. We've been staying on the main objective. It's finally it's finally time for us to do a little bit of exploration. We're going to check in. I don't know how much optional content we are going to engage in here. Feel free to let me know what you all think. I'm open to some ideas on, you know, like, I want to see it all. I want to play it all. But, you know, maybe, you know, you all only want to watch certain parts of it or none of it. Let's just go to Lumiere. Like, I'm open to ideas or suggestions, what you all want to see. But where are we going to start here today is the question, because there's so much to do. So much, so many things. I think where I want to start, I kind of want to start from the beginning, essentially. Because what we could do real quick is we could just, let's see, I got to get used to, I want to be pressing the triggers. The triggers feel more natural to go up and down. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Spring Meadows real quick and just level up this this pure power. Let's just get this leveled. And I just exited the zone right away. Whoops. Give me a moment here, because what we're going to do is we're going to level. I'm just going to quickly level the other Pictos. Since we're right here, I wasn't sure where the game was going to put us. But now that we are right here, we might as well get these other Pictos leveled up. Because I want to level Painted Power so everybody can have it. I think that's definitely an addition we want to make. So we might as well level the rest of these Pictos. So let me swap these in and get them leveled. One moment. And there we go. Just beating up on the little lobies here in Spring Meadows to get our Luminas fully learnt. And so we have Painted Power unlocked for everyone. I think I might... Oh, look, it's got this... It's got a gold. There's no other Pictos like this. There's so many Pictos that have... Oh, that's so... It's... They're either like cyan or green or red. This one is gold. Painted Power. I didn't even notice that till just this moment. So cool. Let's it's only 5 Lumina though, but it is very strong. So I might want somebody to have it, but I also, maybe I do leave it with Lune. I switched to actually, I brought back in Energizing Parry and I switched out, was it Cleansing Tint that she had? Because I don't really care about the Cleansing Tint. I think I just had it in for stats. So that's good. So Lune will get the benefit of a whole bunch of health for now. And we just need to now adjust everybody's Pictos or Luminas, except they need some Lumina points. They need some Lumina points to do this. But we have Lumina points, because I haven't spent them all. And now we can just go to the flag. This is the other cool thing. I kind of wish they would have let us do this before. I kind of wish we didn't have to go back to camp to upgrade these every time. I was like, why can't I just do this at the flag? I think this is a good change. Not everybody needs 5 though. Let me just, I like to do this precisely, so let's get the correct counts here. 4 for Ciel, 3 for Lune, 3 for Verso, 2 for Mael, and 2. Okay, so it's 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Okay. I think I can remember that. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. If they stay in the same order here, they're on a different order on this screen, but 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Are they all going to end up at 101? No. 1, 2, 3. Mael gets 2. Minoko gets 2. Okay, cool. And we still have 60 in stock, in reserve. And now, this is our new favorite. This is our new ultimate favorite. I just need to add it to the favorites. Oh, I didn't need to add any for Lune, because she already has it equipped. But that's okay, we can give her something else. We can give her what? Something that costs 5 that is still pretty decent. What is a good one here to throw in? Aegis Revival? I don't want to spend too much time thinking about this because at the same time, it could be a nice one to... Because 5 is... There's a lot of good ones at 5. For now, I'm just going to give her Healing Parry because she does give her... She has a lot more health now, so 3% health on parry is starting to look like a pretty good deal. But everybody else gets the new bestest ability in the game. The bestest Lumina in the game. What is it called again? I've already forgotten the name of it. It is Painted Power. I'm looking in the P's. I need to... It is marked already. Cool. Painted Power. That's what I should do, is just sort it by favorites. So it gets up here to the top. Painted Power. Boom. CL should get it as well. Everybody's got to get it. And now what are our... We need to jump into it. We need to find a battle somewhere so that actually, not these little dinky enemies, where we can actually unleash some reasonable Strike Storms and Jar Lamp Storms and Pyrolyse. All these big abilities that have been so nerfed for so long. We got to put them into action. Where are we going to go, though? Because it's kind of... It's really interesting that the game is already saying, here's your main objective. Go to Lumiere and defeat Renoir. End the game? Like, I'm getting the same feeling that I kind of had last time when I wasn't sure if we were ending the game by taking down the Paintress. Even though we were still only in Act 2. Now we are in Act 3, and it feels like we have a lot more to go, but also this says defeat Renoir, which kind of feels like that's the big objective at the end of the day. So, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly if that would end the game or not, but in any case, I want to spend at least some time. We've got... I have some backtracking nudges that I want to try to fill out, as well as just exploring places that we haven't been. So why don't we just do that for now? We'll kind of just see how things go, because we have the ability to fly. How high in the air will it let us get? How high can we go? Is there any limit? I think we reached the limit.
Here we go.
Here we go. I think we can at least check in. Here's one place that we've known about. Is this a new Gestural Arena? Is that what's up? Is that what's been up here? Dark Gestural Arena. Danger. Okay. I'm kind of, for now, we'll continue. Can we do anything with this guy? No. We can fly into him. It's not a battle, though. Hang on to your... Hold on to your butts, everybody. Because Esquie is on the loose. What I at least wanted to do was check in some of these places that have been dangerous before. Redwoods is still danger. We haven't out-leveled that, apparently. Is that also the case? I want to check into these other areas where we've had danger listed before. But I also need to remember what do I need? What do I want to backtrack for? Because there is at least some stuff that I want to backtrack in the Gestural Village. There's at least some Lumina points to get, but I also have a nudge that there's apparently... Oh, that's what... I remember. We can go over here. We can go over here and deal with the Burgeon. We've got a couple quest items here. There's a mushroom that's been in our bags for a very long time, and I've never been able to figure out what we do with the mushroom. I finally went back to check the nudge that somebody left for me way back on, like, episode 10, I think. And The nudge was that there's a guy in Jestral Village that's obsessed with an arm. Or obsessed with the size of somebody's arms. Big G's arms. So apparently, I thought I had backtracked through Jestral Village and talked to everybody in that place, but I must have missed somebody. Now, on the other hand, isn't this the person we give the virgin flesh to? Person. Or no? Me felt mistress, but what I see... Is this the same dialogue as before? I was wondering if you would react. Does this dialogue make any more sense now? It's the same dialogue as before where he's talking about the regent. Is this a reference to Renoir? Mistress paints us, regent tends us. Not sure. She watches there, sky. So this is the same as before. So then I don't know who the virgin flesh is supposed to go to. Don't know. Virgin flesh. And also, we have all these different records still to play. Virgin's... Oh, we have 3 of these. We have 3 virgin skin. What the hell do I do with these? The wood boards, we did this in one of the optional zones. The mushroom, though, is supposed to be in Jestral Village somewhere. But we also have 3 rock crystals. I don't remember what those were from. And then this wooden stick that we've never figured out what to do with. Jestral kids are fond of good old wooden swords. Maybe there's somebody else in Jestral Village. Although, didn't I do a thing with that sword in Jestral Village? I'm not sure. There's so much to this game. And I also think I'm going the wrong way here. This is not how I came in, is it? I do this every time when I come into this place. I go the wrong way. I forget the way out. The world now feels just massive. It feels absolutely ginormous. With the ability to fly. Holy crap, what are we going to do first? What shall we do? Just go gamble all our money at the casino. They just flap. Flap, flap, flap. So we've got the casino over there. We've also got this other... We've got the Dark Jestral Arena. There was also an area over here. Oh my gosh, and there's also parts of the map that we just couldn't even reach before, right? Like over here. That's been shrouded in fog previously. This is unreal, man. How are we gonna cover this all? I'm getting a little intimidated now at thinking just how big this map is. Which I kind of already sort of knew, but now it's really sinking in just how much ground there is for us to cover. Now this here, this looks like one of the Nevrons that we faced off against, well, not faced off against, but we saw Renoir summoning. We saw Renoir. Let's see how much of a butt kicking we get from you. But this is one of Renoir's Nevrons. That's the instinct that I'm getting. They hold chromatic aberration. Gains powerful. It's gonna get 3 turns before we get to do anything. Performs a dark combo. And it one-shot us, of course. Mael gets a res at least. Slashes forward. Okay, and now earthquakes. Too soon. Too soon on the gradient attack. Let's send in the reserve team. Is he gonna get to attack again? He's gonna get another round.
Just try it.
Light strikes and dark strikes. God damn it. Why? Why is it... God damn. I just want to try to hit you once. That's it. Is that really so much to ask?
Oh, really?
Okay, this one is a gradient attack that we wait for. And I still didn't wait long enough.
Merci.
I prepared way too soon. Just, you have to wait so long for the first one, and then they come in quick succession. Yeah.
Not today.
And that one is not in quick succession.
Not impressed.
Holy crap. It's moments like these where I start to question. Like, I'm the kind of gamer that wants to do it all. But then in moments like these, I question that. Like, is that really what you want to do? Do you really want to spend all the time taking on these this chromatic BS? All right, so that went about just as we expected. Cool. Cool. Let's see what else we've got over here. There's just a whole area of the map that's in the little valley over here, I think. The fountain, also danger. So that's the one, that is the one right here. Everything's dangerous, man. Yeah, you got the ability to fly, but guess what? Oh, is this a barrier? Ah, okay, so we cannot fly anywhere we want to go. Necessarily. There's a limit. There have to be some reasonable limits on these things, I guess. But we would be able to go to Lumiere if we so choose. Okay, so this is beyond our reach. But maybe up here is not. We've got another one of these painted workshops, I'm guessing. And man, let's just fly by Lumiere. Let's just fly by and maybe do a little bit of photo mode. Because this is the first time that we've been able to do this. There it is. I'm also noticing... I noticed it as I was... right after I... I noticed it sooner than this. Not just this moment. The theme song on the continent has changed. I'd been asking for different music here for a little while, hoping for some variety. We finally got it. Finally have a new song. And we finally get to kind of fly under the Eiffel Tower. Lumiere edition. What exact... The fracture. The fracture is actually a result of Renoir and Aline fighting each other. So Verso's wonderful tower over here didn't look like this to begin with. Huh. It looks so small from up here. And I also keep thinking I see paint spikes that I need to destroy. What's this over here? Is this underwater? More underwater stuff? There's a big old lollipop up here. And... is that, there's an eye here. There's like some sort of like... This is like a little... kids, playground type of thing. What am I trying to go for here?
No.
It can't go underwater though. Candyland, I think that's what I was thinking of. Some sort of kids game that has turned into Nevrons, which is going to be wonderful. Can't wait. Oh, there's our barrier. Okay, so we've reached the limits. Reached the limit. This game is so gorgeous. And I'm also realizing now, had I ever taken note of this? Oh, we can speed up. Oh my god, we can speed up. That's what the right trigger's for. Okay, good. So we can fly fast.
Here we go.
We don't do battle with these guys, do we? Not by flying into them, at least.
Through the sky.
I can't land here, I don't think. This is not landable
Hang
terrain.
on tight.
But we get to fly among the Neverons that are eating the mountains. I do wonder, is there anything to find over here? There is.
Here we go. Hang on tight.
Have we faced this enemy before? I don't remember. Maybe we saw this once. The guy holding the lamp feels kind of familiar, but it's if we have faced it, it's been, if we faced it before, it's been too long. Chromatic version of this guy. All right, we got a Gestural Merchant over here. So there is stuff over in this direction, which I think was covered in fog before. There's so much. Oh my god, there's so much. More masks over here? Oh gosh, and there's just a Patonk platform. I didn't see a Patonk anywhere.
Here we
Did I go right by it?
flashing through the sky.
As Esquie is gonna do this every time I start moving again. He's gonna have one of
Through the sky.
flashing through the sky. Where's our Patonk?
Flashing through the sky.
Huh. I see there's an item down there, but I don't want to pick that up just yet. Because part of me wants to just... I'm getting a lay of the land right now. And then
Tight.
there will be a time where we start to comb over this a little more thoroughly. Maybe though we'll grab this manor door. I did see the manor door here. Let's just go ahead and do that.
Hang on tight.
A manor door, because there's also something in the manor that I have been nudged about that that we didn't quite get the first time. What do we have here? Whoa. Yo. Claire Obscure? Hello? Half expecting it to do battle with this thing. It looks like it's kind of moving, but we're not being set upon, so.
What have we here?
Forlorn, new record. And a lot of books that I'm completely laying to the waste. Out of my way, books. Out of my game. Imagine reading in a video game. Claire Obscure. Waiting for, or interested to learn exactly if there is a precise story as to why the paintress, is that her inspiration? Claire Obscure, light and dark? That's just what informs her style as a paintress? I want to know more. But the thing that I was nudged about had to do with the laboratory, which, can I find that here? Where was... Oh, by the way, oh, this paint is still not filled in here. It's still empty in this version. Is that because the manor is this actually painted by Aline? And she doesn't want to see, you know, her version of the family, or the actual version of their family. She doesn't want to be reminded of them. But then again, we found Mael here with the curator. So then is this Renoir's creation? Who created the manor? Was there already an answer to this that I clearly missed? Or overlooked in some way? Where though was the restroom? That's what I'm looking for here. Because apparently there was something in the restroom that I didn't quite get the first time. Here is the laboratory. So what did we overlook? Maybe it was the presence of the Minoko photo? Is that what I might have missed? We saw this We saw this last time, but I did not first see this here. Maybe that's what the commenter was hinting at. Is there anything else here that we might have overlooked? I think that's got to be it, right? Like, there's nothing else to interact with. There's nothing else to interact with in the place but that little detail of Minoko as the dog. I wonder what my reaction would have been if I had noticed this the first time. That I would have been like, what? Why is the dog named Minoko? Our Minoko, please. Tell me. Tell me more. All right, let's get back to the continent. That's a cool little detail that was there if we had noticed it. This continent, though, is just... I'm getting a little worried at how much just size there is to this. Size there is to this. Crazy. We've got some stuff down here. And presumably... Well... Is there a zone associated with this as well? There's a paint spike here. Is there a zone down here is what I'm wondering. We're going to be exploring this more thoroughly, more in depth. Oh, there's our Petonk. The Petonk is way over here. A continent Petonk. Crazy. Crazier twist than the Act 3 reveal. The presence of the Petonk on the continent. I don't see... Well, I do see an item over here, but I don't see another zone. But they do kind of show you when there is a zone that you just haven't explored yet. This is the casino here. What I wanted to check was this structure. I hadn't really taken... Oh, it's connected. It's connected to this door down here. That's what this is. We haven't been able to really tilt the camera up high like this before having either photo mode or flight. And so I just hadn't seen how tall this structure is. But it's connected to this, like, golden... I'm not sure what this emblem is supposed to represent, but we've known that this is going to be here when we get the power to fly.
Through the sky.
Endless Tower. It doesn't say danger. Endless Tower.
Go.
Kind of curious to check that out, but also a little intimidated at the endless part of that.
Through the sky.
Here.
Here we go.
What other parts were we not able to previously? Oh, this part over here. Esquie is so excited. So excited. The Crimson Forest is also not dangerous, so to speak. So there's a couple options here that we might be able to check out.
Flashing through the sky.
There's another floating island over here. Floating cemetery. This honestly feels like one that has like a music record in it. There's something about that that seems like it would be a like little one room area. And is there another big tower over here? This feels like something made by the Gestrels, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's got balloons that are being drawn in. All right. What is this place?
Hang on tight.
The Reacher. What?
through the sky.
Esquie, I do need you to just reel it in just a touch. We're getting a little bit too excited here.
Through the sky.
We're not allowed to get this excited about things now.
Hang on tight.
Just settle down, just a smidge, my buddy. How are we gonna do this all, guys? And where do we even start? Maybe I just need to pick a direction and go with it. Just pick a direction and okay, there is one thing. Supposedly we're supposed to go back to the carousel as well. So why don't we check? Let's check. I kind of wish I could set waypoints. Now that we're able to fly, the map gets so, or it can be much more disorienting figuring out where you're going here. But I think this is the spot that looks like we haven't explored yet. I guess it's over here. Was I not? No, this is back into Old Lumiere. This is Old Lumiere, right? Okay, so that's not... I guess that just... It shows both ends of Old Lumiere. That's what it's showing me. I forgot that's how that worked. But there is a zone over here that looks like we couldn't access. This guy. This has got to be dangerous, right? Sacred River. Look at these cool bells. There's a gestural merchant here too. All right. I'm just not interacting with anything just yet because I want to systematically go through at some point. I'm guessing that the frozen hearts is still going to be dangerous. It is. But I had a nudge to go back to the carousel. Because apparently there is more to do there, or was more to do if we come back. Let's go there real quick and see what might be going on there. I forgot what we did last time, to be honest, but I think we reactivated the carousel. Is that true? And we talked to this guy, definitely, didn't we? Okay. So apparently there was something else that I didn't do here. There was something else that I must have missed. Was there an item? I feel like I went this way, but who knows? It doesn't feel like a very big area. Was there just something on the carousel that I didn't do? Like I didn't actually ride a horsey or something? Can you ride any of the horses? I don't see any interaction prompt. Like maybe I'm walking right by one, but I'm not seeing it. And was there anything over here to interact with? This one is a head scratcher so far. Just trying to like zoom out mentally. Just kind of relax my tunnel vision to the extent that that's possible. Is there a path over here? I don't know, guys. I am not seeing it. If there is something that I've missed here, feel free to give me a little bit more of a direct nudge, because I feel like I might need it. Because I'm not seeing what I think is being hinted at. Like, we only have the one Grandis to talk to, and yeah, I just, otherwise, I guess I could go photo mode. I could go photo mode and look around. Zoom out. I could really zoom out and see. This will let us see any items glowing anywhere. What am I missing? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do with the carousel. what else there is to be done there. But I think what we'll do is we'll head to one of these flying areas that we were just at. Maybe, I'm not sure about the Endless Tower. That feels like that could be a much bigger task to take on.
To the sky.
But we could also
Flash
give it a try.
to the sky.
Just get a taste of what the Endless Tower is all about. Why don't we do that then? It was either the Endless Tower or this one that's right next to it. The Crimson Forest, is that what it was called? Was the Crimson Forest.
Go
Let's try the Endless Tower first, though.
to the sky.
I wanna get a sense for what is going on in here. It does indeed look endless from the outside. Okay. This is interesting that it's put us in the stationary camera. But there is this time a portal to head forward. Supposedly. Okay. Interesting intro. Is that going to be how the whole zone is? No. Okay. Why did it have...
That's where she used to paint.
Oh,
and
really?
create.
Oh.
A proper challenge.
This is where Aline used to paint? How many attribute points do we have to spend, by the way? Starting to get a good stockpile here that we should probably spend eventually, but I kind of want to get into battle here. A fight that we can actually win, that is. Oh, and there's another fading person here. Feel free to remind me, because I do want to go back and review the dialogue from other fading boys, girls, men, women. All the other fading characters that we've seen before. I remember a handful of them. One of them was in the Ancient Sanctuary. I remember one of them was in Yellow Harvest. There was one in the Forgotten Battlefield. And then I might be able to remember some more beyond that, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to remember them all. So feel free to remind me exactly where we have found all of the previous fading figures, so I can go back and review those episodes and get their full dialogue once again, because I'm sure it's going to seem so different now, seeing what they had to say, knowing now what we know. Okay, so this one here is fading with the gold petals. That's another detail I'm going to be trying to pay attention to as we review cutscenes and other things. Alicia, I must say, you've surprised me. I didn't expect you and your friends to succeed. And I certainly didn't expect the doppelganger to pull you into his schemes. The doppelganger, as in Renoir's doppelganger. He was supposed to keep an eye on you, not recruit you. Oh, wait a second, Verso. No, we're talking about Verso, the doppelganger. So, because, right, I'm getting this mixed up. The paintress created Verso's doppelganger, just like she created the rest of her doppelganger family. And Verso was supposed to keep an eye on her, not actually lead them to take on the paintress. But you did well. All that's left is for Renoir to clean up the canvas. So the fading woman here is on the side of Renoir. Who exactly are each? Are they all supposed to be... I wonder if they're all supposed to be painters. Nah, there's only Renoir and Aline are the only painters in the canvas, right? Well, now Alicia as well. It's not like all these fading characters are just a bunch of other painters that are all helping one side or the other. But I'm not sure yet if maybe they're just creations of Renoir that are starting to fade because he's losing control of the chroma. How can you let him erase Verso's canvas? Alicia, Don't be emotional. You know this is necessary. And spare me that drivel of how much this canvas means to you. I've spent far more time here than you. I painted half this world with verso. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is a painter. We went on adventures here while you sat reading in your room. Are the fading people actually all painters themselves? Was I right and I discarded that theory too quickly? I was perfectly fine leaving Mama here to work out her sorrows? Wait a second, is this a doppelganger for Clea? She's referring to Mama. It's got to be a doppelganger for Clea, right? This is our sister, but a copy. And that's why she has the gold petals? Did Clea actually paint her? And if you insist on staying too, well, that's your choice. But Renoir will not stand for it. And I need him to help me with the real conflict outside, not waste more of his time in here. This sounds a lot like Clea now, doesn't it? Enough. I grow tired repeating myself. Renoir will do what needs to be done. Why don't we have some fun instead? That does sound suspicious. Still such a timid child. You mope around all day, sad that you have no friends to play with. Yet you decline every invitation. I've really had enough. Play, don't play, I don't care. I'll explain the rules, then do as you want. I've sketched some figures. Doodles, really. I believe your friends call them Nevrons. Nevron is just a word for doodle, mate. I wonder if it's actually a French word. I don't know. But yeah, of course now it makes sense that these are just, depending on whose Nevron it is, it's just one of their doodles. It's a creative name. I like it. Verso and I named this challenge the Gauntlet. Survive them all, and I'll show you a true drawing. Come on, Alicia. Have some fun. The gauntlet lies within this canvas. Don't worry, death in there isn't final. Every canvas has its own rules, and I find death a boring outcome. Don't you, Alicia? Can we even see? I think now that I realize that this is probably Clea, I think we can kind of see her hairstyle. She's got the ribbon, doesn't she, that we saw Clea wearing. Well, this was I'm certainly glad we came in here, because this is much more there's much more story than I was expecting to get from an optional area. That is fascinating. So we can go in here to start the gauntlet, but there's more to the area, isn't there? Because I could see in the background there were other canvases, no? Other gauntlets? This one we can clearly see the Nevron. Is it one that we faced? I don't think so. Why is the first one blank? There's another one over here. Oh, that's a lamp maker? Or lamp taker? What was the name of that one? Lamp keeper? Lamp master. That's what it was. Oh, we can't go in this one. We have to complete some of the other challenges first, maybe. And then the path forward is probably blocked until we do some stuff. Oh, it's a whole bunch of canvases here, of course. From a distance, they just look like stone blocks. This is really exciting. Let's try the first one. Let's just do the one that she pointed us to and see what happens. Choose your trial. Stage 1, trial 1. Okay. There's only one to do at the beginning, I guess. Once you beat that, then you get other options. Oh, okay.
Ready to evade.
Third time's the charm.
Danger.
Normal hit. That was a gradient counter.
Brace yourself.
Dang it.
I'm better.
Okay. I want to res. Let's res our Minoko here.
A storm is
Get
coming.
Minoko in. And then Lune's going to heal herself.
Feeling better. Let's keep going.
Dang it.
Spicy.
Dang it. I want to give everybody shell and powerful. But I also need to heal. I need a heal.
It likes you.
Dang it. These attacks we've all seen before. But I need to remember exactly what the pattern is. Nice, okay. Start to get there.
Okay.
And now I remembered. Now that one's a grading counter. Still need healing. We're not getting one shot, so heal is worthwhile.
Your turn to shine.
Good. Good. Okay.
And it's Lune is getting some nice healing now with these parries.
Hurts.
I know it hurts. I know it hurts. We're getting close to full health, though. We're getting there.
On me.
I'll do it. Okay.
There we go. Okay. Starting to get the read. Starting to get the read. Let's finally actually give ourselves some buffs here. Oh. Oh, I forgot to readjust my Pictos. I forgot to readjust my Pictos. My Pictos are all screwed up.
Turn to dance.
My Pictos are not in order. No. I almost feel like restarting the fight. Because I don't have the Pictos set up the way that I want, but it's fine. We'll keep going for now.
You can't leave us yet.
Now we do get a shield from Bushilie Fortify, so I'll do it again. Giving everybody a shield is kind of like healing everybody. Except I forgot that was a gradient attack. Shit.
Your turn to dance. Why, yes.
Too soon.
Keep going.
Too soon on that second. No, too late. God damn it. All right. I feel like I'm going to abandon the battle here. I'm going to abandon the battle,
Bitter dregs.
and we're gonna redo our Pictos. The Pictos is not the reason why we're getting screwed over here. My failure to parry is the reason, as always. But we can at least do ourselves a favor by redoing our Pictos, because I forgot to put back what I had before, which was greater defenseless. And for Minoko, I don't want enfeebling attack. I want longer... Sorry, powerful on shell is what I want. Now he has the setup that I gave him before, as does Mael. And so does Lune, I think. Yep, okay. So that's good. So what we're also going to do, I think, is spend our... Now I think we're at the point in the game now where we should just level up. While we were making it up to the Paintress, finishing Act 2, it felt good. It felt right for us to leave these points on the bench, these attribute points. If we're going to be doing all this optional content with chromatics and gauntlets, I think we need all the help we can get. All the attributes we can get. So for Minoko, we're going to give him, I don't know, a bunch of health. A bunch of health is only 500 additional points, which is not bad, but that's 30 attribute points. We probably want to put some in agility and some in vitality. So we could give him a nice amount of agility and then the rest into vitality. Why don't we do that? A nice even split. For Mael, we can kind of maybe do the same. Because I want her to be like the next fastest. Give her like 1,000 speed and then a bunch of a few more points in defense. Because the defense does seem to be mattering. And it obviously is her best scaling option with this weapon. We got Ricos when we need them. For Lune, what did I want to do with Lune? I think she's got plenty of health now. We just want her to keep getting crit rate, maybe. Like, we could just put her straight up to the cap. That might be the way to go here. Yeah, I think we do that. She doesn't need... She's going to get some speed from this as well. So that's going to make her not faster than Mael, which is fine. Kind of want her to be the last in line. A whole bunch of luck. I think this feels correct. We'll level the rest of the party later on. But let's at least get the main party up to their current actual level.
It likes you.
Why did I parry so friggin' early?
It likes you.
Merci.
By the way, we are going past the damage cap with these counters. 14k on that one. Finally noticed that. Agile Mask. Probably should do a Chapelier Slash here, to be honest. Because that's a pretty good amount of damage. And it puts mark on everybody. So that's good, actually. Now we'll do guard down. And then Lune can start off with a wildfire. She could also jump straight to a Thunderfall. But I want to see how much... Well, Wildfire's not going to hit the cap, I don't think. But I don't know. There's no cap anymore, first of all. But would it have hit the cap previously? With Mark and Defenseless on the enemies, maybe it would have. In any case, we're gonna do a Wildfire. Okay, it doesn't come close to the
Let's keep going.
does not come close to hitting what would have been the cap. But that is a nice counter there. My goodness. I'm still not... The mortal hit is a guard or a gradient. It's a gradient attack. Or a gradient counter. Do I need to res Mael, or should I just try to finish off the enemy? Probably should try to just finish them off, right? Maybe I should have just done a Jar Lamp Storm as well. Hit all the enemies.
Really better.
But there we go. Ooh, that's a nice chunk of XP. Mael does miss out on the XP being dead. That's one thing to think about. There's our first grandiose Chroma Catalyst. Oh, baby. Man, now leveling your weapons is so much more important now that there's no more damage cap. Wow. We probably need to do some serious leveling. Get a Color of Lumina as well. Trial complete. Okay. Yo, wait a minute. Grandiose goes all the way up to 32. I guess it must be the next component, right? Or the next one past Resplendent. Because Resplendent goes up to 19. Grandiose goes to 32. Okay. Okay. Let's try Trial 2. Oh, listen to this music. New music track. The fact we're getting one shot is a bit, it is a bit concerning though. It's a little bit concerning. Yeah, the Potier does the pots thing. It does the pots thing, and then it just keeps spawning pots. It just keeps spawning them. We're not doing a ton of damage to the flying enemy, my goodness. It's going to take a little while to kill this guy, isn't it? Our group needs some level of healing. Some level of healing. Or does it? Minoko can heal the party with Sanctuary if we get Gradient charges. We're in Virtuose stance. If we get lucky, we could get a Pyrolyse. If we do one shot here that gets a mark. We don't get that. Dang it. Who do we go after here? Who do we go after? The Chevalier is going to be coming after us next. I guess I do what I did before, which is... I mean, I want to get at least one mark. There we go. We'll do a guard down. Although she's in Virtuose stance. We want to do something while she's in Virtuose. Revenge, we did take a hit. So maybe we should do a Revenge. Because now it won't hit the damage cap. Let's see how much damage this does. Are you kidding me? That's how much Revenge has been held back? What? That did 120,000 damage. Now, she was in Virtuose stance. But goddamn. I guess I get rid of these. What is Lune gonna do? Probably gonna do an Ice Lance on the... I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do here. It sucks that we can't... I'm just gonna do a Wildfire. But it sucks that we can't... Oh, but the shield, I kind of wanted... It's okay. There's gonna be more shields to take off. It's fine. Well, we did just get our Beneficial Contamination. So maybe now I'll do an Ice Lance. But if I do it in the reverse order... I need to do Wildfire first if I want to get Lightning Dance powered up the right way. No, it's not a gradient counter? Oh, I could have sworn that was going to be a gradient counter. Whoops. Whoopsie whoops.
A bit of violence, yes.
All right, Minoko's just going to go straight for the Fortify here. Actually, we're going to do one shot, try to get a Beneficial Contamination. Nice. Burn is also not going to be capped. So those 50 stacks of burn are now actually going to be a good thing. Wow. The game has changed, folks. The game has changed so much. 7 AP for Mael. She's in defensive stance. There's a bunch of shields here to steal. We could put her in virtuose stance. Let's do that, in fact. And then take some shots at this flyer now that we are in virtuose stance. We can finish off with a spark. Or a revenge. Like, maybe I just do a revenge and see... Like, we haven't taken a hit since our last revenge. But maybe it still just does a crap ton of damage no matter what? But there's a shield. I forgot about the shields. I forgot about the shields. Dang it. That's a bit of a bummer. A bummer, dude. I'm gonna see if we can kill this enemy. Let's get the Padye out of here. Cool. Alright, now we can deal with you. Take all those shields, and then attack. I could have healed as well. Maybe I should have healed.
Oh, really?
That's so cool when we do the jump counter, Mael gets into virtuose stance because she's taken off a shield. Love this barrier breaker. Now we do a ice lance. After we take off a shield. Get our beneficial contamination. This music is awesome. Love this track. And Minoko's in Almighty Mask. Set up Mael with a Galt Fury. I think so. Mael's in virtuose stance. She can just do a crap ton of damage here, right? Lune won't get to do her lightning dance. I do kind of want to see how much lightning dance does, but if we get the kill here, we take it. Maybe we do combustion this time. See how much combustion does. $40K. Yo, dude, we are finally doing some actual damage. Are you serious? And those levels are... There's a lot of XP to be had here as well. Huh. So we can just keep going with these trials. Who knows how long this is going to go. How long this must go on. So then it makes me curious about these others. Are these just chromatic fights? Let's go ahead and just save our progress. I think it must have already saved, but we'll sit at the flag just to be sure. Does it also... It resets our health and everything, right? So we don't need to rest. That just gives us a save. But I want to see what this... This has got to be just a chromatic fight. Has to be a chromatic fight, right? Oh, duelistes? Oh my god, these guys look amazing. Oh, it's like the enemy that we faced when they're so far gone, and they're still going. Holy crap, they're still going. And there's more. Excuse me? What am I even witnessing right now?
I won't disappoint.
No. I will admit that that was visually stunning. How many attacks were there? There's like 20 attacks in a row. 20 parries or whatever that you got to do in one single round or turn from the enemy. Duelistes? It's the enemy that we fought back in the Duelist, right? I can't. Was it the Forgotten Battlefield? It might have been the Forgotten Battlefield. That is so insane. There are some of these challenges that just have to be, you have to be max level for it. I don't know if max level is 99 or maybe there is, maybe there's not even a max level. I have no clue. Don't tell me. But there's just some challenges in this game that are not meant to be taken on until so far, so later on. So much later on. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm back from break, and I think we've got a sense now of what's going on here at the Endless Tower. I want to do more of this, but it does say Endless Tower, so the gauntlet is probably going to go on for some time. So why don't we go ahead and keep exploring the continent? It is that Duelistas fight though. Like, there's just some fights that are so far. We're just not even in the same universe of being able to compete. And I just wonder, at what level will we be? How long? There's so many of these fights. These optional areas and these optional ridiculously difficult fights that are in the game. And it's a little tough to know, when are you going to be the right level to come back to, say, take on a Sprong or the Duelistas. Because even if you're like a much higher level than we are now, you still got to do 20 parries per turn. There's still a whole bunch of parries that you gotta figure out how to correctly do. So there's a lot, man. There's a lot. And I did say earlier this episode that I want to do it all, but I have to admit, some of that instinct gets a little bit diminished or a little bit intimidated at just how much there is to do. But it's gonna, you know, as we level up and we get stronger and we get some of these, I want to make a change to our party because we are starting to get some of these heavier hitting skills. And now that our damage cap is no more, maybe these fights become more realistic. And we can start to actually compete where we couldn't before. We'll see how it goes. Crimson Forest. Ooh, it's a Chevalier. I want my telescope. With a crimson sword. The enemy designs are so awesome. We're doing a jump puzzle here? It's not really a puzzle, but we're just doing some jumping. Am I missing anything? I am. Very important chroma pickup.
Ow, wow.
As you can tell by Minoko's reaction. Is that a platform we can get to? There's no grappling point. I don't see an item there, but not 100% sure. No secret platforms in that direction, I don't think. Now I can feel a grappling hook spot. The controller definitely doesn't let me ignore when there's a grappling hook to be had. Oh, the sword is broken. I didn't see that the first time. broken straight sword that you are equipped with at the start of the Undead Asylum. Expedition 79, Crimson Perch. Just seeing if I see any more fading NPCs. That was really interesting. The interaction there with Clea. It has to be Clea, doesn't it? And I want to know so much more about not just the painters, but we also have the writers. There's like a whole crazy backstory here that we need to be filled in on.
Useful.
The scene where Alicia, is it the epilogue scene? Where we see Alicia with the missing eye. And she talks to Clea. Clea is like just coming out of painter mode, right? Like the thing I noticed in editing, the thing around the eyes that's going on with Renoir and Aline. The same thing was there with Clea momentarily, but it kind of started fading away, and I don't think I caught that the first time through. Was she also in the canvas? That seems like that's the case. For some reason, I at first got the impression that she was like painting a different canvas or something. And she came out of working on that other canvas to talk to Alicia. But maybe she was just in here, right alongside, especially if she's helping Renoir. It totally makes way more sense that she's in Verso's canvas helping Renoir get Aline out of here. So husband is pitted against wife, and sister against sister. There's just a grappling spot there if we want to go back, I guess. So there's a rope there, and I think that's the only way we can go. I thought at first the anchor might be a way up. No. Bring me back. Might need to turn back on, like, hold down trigger to run. No, are you serious? We're gonna do this? Oh no, I'm already annoyed. I'm already annoyed. The Gestural Beach, that big long parkour, crazy insane Gestural Beach climb, I feel like that was at least, that was pretty forgiving on being able to grab hold. That one is so not forgiving. What are you doing to me, game? Are we gonna quit out of Crimson Harvest just because I can't? Oh, that was okay. That was just me being dumb. But I don't think I'm being dumb on the little broken pillar up here. What am I? I must not be jumping in the right direction here. Okay. So interesting so far that we've no NPCs, no enemies. So far it's just sort of a mini parkour challenge. See, there is what I was expecting to happen with that broken pillar the first time around. It would be kind of cool. What I was expecting us to be doing is going back through either the zones that we've been through already or new zones like this and being able to collect the chroma from, you know, these corpses that we've seen and that we find. and then be able to, I don't know, use that to level up a little bit more, or at the very least just add more to our army that we're eventually going to face Renoir with. It's a little disappointing, to be honest, that we're not doing that at all. Like, I don't know, I guess it would maybe be too much of a chore. Like, it's not that fun to make the player go back through every single area and collect all of these corpses that they've seen. But you know, you could set like a reasonable quota. You could say like,
Interesting.
we'll only make them go through X amount of zones to actually collect the chroma that they need. Maybe they just decided, you know what? All in all, it's totally fine if we do it as a cutscene. I don't think the player's going to mind that much. Chromatic? This feels like a fight. And then we can eventually go... Oh, there's a big basin there. Eventually we drop back down. I saw the flag, and I wanted to get the flag, but... It didn't... I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to get back up if I went to get the flag. Seriously? More parkour? I don't think I actually want to run for this one. Okay, alright, sure. Now we run? Alright. That was not as bad as I was expecting it to be.
Good stuff.
So many crucial colors of Lumina. Oh, and then... Oh, there's a shortcut rope. Okay, that's cool. So then... And that's by the... Okay, cool. Now we're by the flag at the beginning, so I can feel better about everything. I can feel better about dying momentarily to this chromatic. If it is indeed a chromatic. Oh, maybe it's not. What? So that was a switch that we just activated? Did that do something with the basin? Maybe not the basin directly, but it looks like maybe the big Chevalier statue behind it is now glowing. Okay, so that did a thing. I guess we're going down. Also, it got a lot, I don't know, foggier when we did that. The 3 blades. Are we gonna have to do that 3 different times? We have to find 2 more of those in order to activate the fight. Let's go approach the basin here and see. Question mark? I think we gotta activate because there's a statue here and there's another one here. I see it now. So we gotta do 3 of those. Okay. If you didn't know already, the name of the save point sort of gave it away. So we just now have to find where these other 2 blades are. Aha! Here we have a group of enemies, finally. I just want to make sure that there was nothing this way that I missed. No, I don't... Oh no, there was an item here, wasn't there? Ah. Resplendence. Resplendence are okay. That didn't grab. Okay. No ledge grab there. Right, we do get first strike. Let's go ahead and do the buff for everybody.
A storm is coming.
And then we'll do wildfire. They are resistant to fire. Now is what I really wanted to see, though. I want to see how good is Strike Storm. Fully unleashed. Just don't miss. Okay. It's good. It's still good. It's not insanely over the damage cap. Oh, I forgot. That's... Okay.
Feeling better.
Coming back to me a little bit. Coming back to me just a little.
Watch out, Minoko.
The Gold Chevaliers and their fiery frozen attacks.
Danger.
They put the sword down first to make it fiery, and then they do their... That one you gotta wait. Gotta wait for the second one. Waited too much for the third.
We're overdue for some mayhem.
All right. All right, all right, all right. Can we get one mark on somebody? Or a burn. Beneficial contamination. Now we go with another fortify. I could, or I could just do a jar lamp storm. I just do a lamp storm. Because these guys are not that strong. Might be able to finish you off with an ice lance. Maybe not. Are they going to be resistant to ice as well as fire? I don't want to use all my AP here. I'm getting a little bit unlucky on these. Oh, they are actually resistant to both fire and ice. All right. Versa drops back down to C perfection, but that's okay. I could just do a Berserk Slash here to finish you off. Hopefully. Even though Berserk Slash is not... It's stronger than I was expecting it to be.
Get ready.
Keep missing that first one.
Why, yes, I'd love a darts.
Missed that second one. I need to do a revive this time. But I also want to do Lightning Dance. I want to do a Lightning Dance. I'm going to do Lightning Dance. Because I got to see. I got to know how good this thing is now. How good is it? Especially a greatly increased damage. How does this look? It only deals single target, though. That's the one thing. But we have 2 party members that are alive. Although their attacks do hit all party members. This is going to be dicey. We have reserve party if we need. Who do I go for here? Let's go for the person that has less burn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Good. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Okay, both. We're alive. We're alive, and I think we can go ahead and take the opportunity to do a Strike Storm. Yeah, Strike Storm for sure, right?
Time to strike.
For sure. Okay, man. The damage that we are doing. So far, these abilities are not like insanely over the damage cap. Revenge was the one exception to that. But Lightning Dance was better. Definitely better. But it's not doing like 100,000 per pop per hit. But this is still good. I love the world that we're living in here. Paintress Power. Painted Power. Perilous Parry is up to a level 18 now. Man. The levels on these Pictos. Perilous Parry now has... That's a lot of speed and crit rate. That's a lot. Here's the switch number 2. And did we just go monochrome? All right. And those, and oh, it didn't just respawn enemies. It put like a whole there's a either a Claire or an Obscure there now. Fun. I don't know if I have to go back that way though. Do I need to deal with you? Looks like I can avoid. As with probably most enemies, I think most enemies can be avoided if you really try. Oh, wait a second. This is where we've already been? Oh, we turned it like monochrome and now we've spawned enemies where there were none before. That's what's going on, isn't it? All right, we'll take on you. They're not dealing insane amounts of damage to us, so Shell is good. And now Powerful is good. Powerful is better than before, because there's no damage cap. I kind of want to see how well Thunderfall does. Oh, that's right. This wasn't really hitting the damage cap before. Never mind. That is not what we want to be doing. I probably want to get rid of this Obscure. That's probably what we should be. We should probably be focus firing you.
Time to strike.
Take cover.
Too soon. Too soon.
Better.
It's so weird seeing them monochrome like this. That does make the what you're waiting to see looks a little bit different.
Your turn to shine.
I forgot I have a lot of grace, a lot of time before that gradient counter needs to be activated. And now we're in Heavy Mask. I'm just gonna do a Jar Lampstorm, I think. We'll try to get one mark on somebody here. Oh, they nullified the dark damage. At least they're weak to it. Dang. I'll go with the Jar Lampstorm still. Or I could try... I want to get at least one beneficial contamination. If I don't get it, then I'll go with a Fortify. Unlucky. Unlucky. Wah. All right, now like to get a mark or a burn to be able to get, there we go. Now we do Earth Rising. Consume that Lightning Stain. It's also reasonable damage. It's not unreasonable at all. Berserk Slash here, or Marking Shot? Marking Shot gains us more AP. I think I'm gonna do a Marking Shot.
Target locked.
Whoa, Marking Shot does 24k? Dude, there's our counter. Nice. So these single hit abilities do so much more damage than we realized.
Let's keep going.
Than I realized. I didn't realize it. Those attacks have been so nerfed. Oh, here we go. Enrage time. My favorite.
Let's keep going. Okay.
Just missed that one attack, otherwise we'd have had a counter there. I want to do Chapelier Slash. That's the one I like.
So much potential.
Oh, that is so, so nice. So nice. We don't want to do a liney dance yet. We can set it up with an Ice Lance. Right? So we just do Ice Lance. And they're both at the same amount of health, basically, so it doesn't really matter who we're focusing.
Oh, really?
Okay. Feeling better.
Too soon. That somersault takes too long. I'm jumping the gun.
Okay.
Too late that time.
Okay.
Getting better, getting better. We do have a gradient attack available. We should probably see medium physical damage to all enemies. I'm just gonna do a skill strike storm. Save the gradient attack for somebody else.
Time to strike.
Danger. Feeling better.
Nice.
Let's keep going. Feeling better.
Nice. Starting to lock that in. Counters just feel... when you nail the counters like you're supposed to, there's no feeling quite like it. Yeah, because we were here before. Yeah, we came up this way. So then where is this last... where is this last switch? We went down here, didn't we? This goes to the flag. And then this other path was where how we got to the first switch. I mean, is it only 2 switches? Are 2 enough? There's gotta be 3, right? There's 3 blades. Oh. No, we went over here already. We went over here, didn't we? Maybe 2 is enough, though. It is not. There's gotta be 3, obviously. So that's the question, though, is where? Shit. I kind of don't want to have to deal with you all, but I also don't know if I can make it by. They're both aggro to me now. Let's do a first strike and then flee. See if I can make it past them. Okay, so we got this switch. And then I must have missed a path somewhere. I must have missed a path. I ran by you, but was that a mistake? Because was there actually a path near you somewhere? Like, have I done that rope in the distance? Let's go ahead and take you out. Because maybe I need to look around more closely where you're standing. And it is only a single Chevalier, so hopefully you're not going to be too much trouble here. I just noticed that Minoko's on a bit low health, so maybe we'll give you a healing tent. Save the strikes, the mark for Verso's Strike Storm. Yeah, we can do that.
Keep going.
Time to strike.
One of these days we will get all of the counters. All of the parries on that counter. It will happen eventually. Let's see if we can figure this out. That's gotta be that path. Yeah, there's an item down there, and there's a path down that has 2 ropes. All the way down to the very bottom. So that's what I missed. So we actually do need to go back to the beginning. Maybe. We've got the rope here. Maybe I didn't. No, I remember coming up here though, right? This was the platform that we were having trouble jumping to. The question is, how do I get over? Oh, I see the 3rd switch is right here. It's right over Mael's shoulder. The question is, how am I getting down? Is it just where I was before? Is that it? And there's a rope there now? Or did I completely just miss that rope the first time? Not totally sure, but one way or the other, I think we know where we're going now. We came down here. There's an enemy here now, but there was an item in this little cubbyhole before. So this was where we're going back to the beginning. Except now there's enemies. But then the path down to this switch that's over here. Here's the flag. What did I miss? It's very confusing because of the monochrome lighting or palette now that we have. And so I can't quite... Is that what I was supposed to do? I was like, I know that I saw the switch was down in this direction. Will the game just let me fall down there?
An advantage.
Answer, yes. Okay. Oh my goodness. And now everything has changed once again. Did we get rid of all the enemies? No, they're still in it. I see one over here. But at least now it's back to normal color, question mark? Oh, Claire plus Obscure, huh? We got the first strike, right? I wonder if I might just run by.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to run by them. There's valuable XP that we're missing out on, potentially. Was this the way I was supposed to go? Was there another way to go? I don't think so. Looks like there's no item or path over on the other side of the enemies, so this must be the way. Out of here. And now... this is... yeah, okay. I get it, I think. That felt strange, that fall to get down to the switch. It definitely felt janky. I don't know if I did that the intended way. But it worked. I'm gonna call that a win. Because I don't see how else we would have done that. I need to get my run in toggled in here. And then, god damn it. It feels more colorful than it was when we first came in. Like the scenery, the landscape down below looks awesome. It's not super textured, but it looks brighter and more colorful than it did when we got here. Okay, that platform doesn't need to be so narrow. We didn't have to do that, guys. Oh, you all are here, huh? Okay, we'll have to do the same thing that we did before. I'm just not totally sure which way I'm running. But I think it's past them as opposed to the right. Oh, now I see. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember where this is. So I think we might have like despawned some enemies, but spawned in enemies at other locations. And now we're back up here. Okay, cool. Now we can rest. And now we'll see what we're in for. Final boss, final mini boss of this zone, at least, maybe. It's like, kind of looks like a paint cage. A very crimson one. Something is coming. I wonder what it could be. Oh my god, it's a chromatic gold chevalier. I never would have guessed.
Better.
Okay. I think we can get that one. Oh no, not the silencing combo. God damn it. Hey, I remembered how to parry the silencing combo. Hog. I remembered how to parry the weakening strike. Fog.
Just try it.
Oh, shit. There's a double there. Okay, all right. Let's do the reserve team. Get some a little bit more experience on the moves.
Ready to parry.
Not that much more experience though. Shit. Damn it.
You can't leave us yet.
Yeah, the Claire being able to protect its allies is bad news.
On me.
Wait, doesn't Mael steal a shield? Why did it not steal a shield? Oh god, the like shielded in rage. Why are these not? Oh, that does steal a shield. Oh, I got confused. Obscure doesn't have the shield. I'm sorry, Claire doesn't have the shield. Obscure has the shield. And the Chromatic Gold Chevalier has the shield. Okay, Mael is in Virtuoso stance here, and perhaps has a perfect shot at taking revenge. But we could also steal some shields before we do that. Revenge only costs 5. So let's take shields from you. And we stay in Virtuoso stance, and we get some beneficial contaminations and all that jazz. Part of me wants to be able to do a Gustav's homage, but we don't have a mark on any of you. I'll settle for revenge here. And I feel like the Obscure really needs to go. Only 30k that time.
Let's dance.
The rage, man. The rage. I'm definitely going super early on some of these. Let's give one more try. One more shot. I probably need to have Mael in the main party if shields are going to be in the mix. I'm going so early. Oh my god, so freaking early on those. Hold on. Hold on. One more try here. Chromatics, man.
Watch out, Minoko. Feeling better. Good.
Get ready.
Yeah. Shields. Boo.
I'm ready. Keep going.
Cool, we took off a shield. Awesome. Oh, but wait, Verso's silenced because we took a hit from this stupid silencing combo. Okay. All right. That, folks, on that wonderful winning note, that's where we will wrap up this installment of Expedition 33. We're going to add this chromatic to the list. How many chromatics do we have on our list now? We have a chromatic a Gault, chromatic Gault, a chromatic Hexja, we have a chromatic Chevalier, chromatic Contortioniste, is that what it was called? There's so many wonderful chromatic fights that are just all throughout the game, but at least we have this one waiting for us. Oh, but we could make it even more challenging if we want to as well, by giving them 100 times their normal health. What crazy people exist that do this to themselves? Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be one of those crazy people. Dude, we're in the right spot here, though. The fog has cleared. Look at this. Oh, what a photo. Bro, that is beautiful. Absolutely brilliant. This game is something else. And I am excited and also terrified about exploring this map. Feel free to let me know what y'all think without spoiling anything, of course. There's still so many areas that we just need to kind of like at least poke our head in to get an idea of what's going on. Because the Endless Tower was fun, and that's definitely a challenge that's within our reach. So we could keep going in there. And who knows, there might be other zones that are like that are worth our time. And that we just haven't had a chance to explore yet. There's an entire side of the map still over here that we need to uncover the fog. There's so much to this, and I do want to do some of it. At least some of it. Part of me wants to do all of it, but I also know that, you know, there's only so much time to put into recording a game, and only maybe so much that you all want to see. So let me know what you think, because I don't want to head directly to Lumiere just yet, but I also am probably not so sure about doing every single last thing on the map before we get to Lumiere once again. So we'll see exactly how it goes, but I'm so excited to be able to fly.
To the sky.
The world just looks so amazing from here. It looks so wonderful. And I'm so glad that we had the interaction that we did with Clea. And if it's those sorts of interactions that we have to look forward to in other optional areas, then I am very curious to definitely check them out and get as much more to the story as we can get now that we're living in this post-Act 2 understanding of the world. And maybe next time we'll check out a casino and go roll the dice. That's another thing, is I can think about bringing roulette back in, because we don't have a damage cap anymore. Now roulette might actually be a good idea. Wherever it is in this list here. Who knows what other Luminas or Pictos could be a good idea to add back into things. We'll figure it all out, maybe. next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.